Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Campus. We are back in Urban Bungle working on our 2 and 3 star objectives. Our 2 star objectives are relatively simple. We've got to get 30 level 13 students and have an attractiveness rating of 75%. The other 2 we've done with ease towards the end of the last episode. So we're just going to run our simulation and see what's going on here. Now, I could do our attractiveness rating upgrades now, but I'm going to wait until the end of the year. I just want to see how far we can push these students in terms of their leveling up and build up some more finances in preparation for a nice bit of redevelopment. If we can get our level 13 students sorted by the end of this year, I think we'll be in a very good position and we can just kind of finish everything off in a nice, even way. I'm just going to fulfill a couple of student requests here by putting in a dance floor and another one, and then we will also put in a student lounge party as requested. And the last thing we want to do, we've got the allotment and the big book requested by our various clubs. Now, our big book we're going to put outside here, and I did have some problems with the allotment, but after making a couple of adjustments here, I think we can now put in the allotment on this side of the campus in this little area here. And we're going to put it on a nice little angle there, and that's a lovely kind of area to have it. We've got a student who's unhappy, they're thirsty and tired, and I mean, like, they can do something about that right now. We are going to put in a power nap club though, because that seems to be a bit of an issue. We've got a lot of tired students, so we're going to sort that out with the power nap club. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. I will actually put in a training room now because it's time to start pushing our staff. We've got a nice little bit of money in the bank, and I don't intend to expand much further at the end of this year. It will literally be about making sure that I have all of the required stuff in. I don't want to like expand my courses or anything. Can't afford that training stuff, so we'll just wait until this monthly profit rolls in, and then we can now put in another training pod. Okay, cool. We have 2 training pods in there, and we can actually put in a couple of monitors and stuff, and the brain jars, which all increase the ability to train our staff and make it a little bit quicker. So the brain jar will increase the learning power as well, and I can't fit one in there. Can't fit one in there either. So this probably wasn't the most well-designed room, but we've got 2 brain jars in. We can't fit any in here either, but that'll do. That gives us at least a slight training boost, and we'll queue these for upgrading. Okay, let's just take a quick look at our students and our levels. Right, okay, so what have we got here? We've got quite a few who are at 13 and some that are at like 11, 12 and just slowly increasing things. And having better trained staff will definitely help us improve those. So let's start some training. And it's just any course, I think it is, of level 13. Yes, it is. We have 5 of 30. I think we might be able to do this, but we're going to start queuing up our teacher training. I only want to train my teachers, and I just want to make sure that we're pushing these up as much as possible. So we'll just queue up a bunch. And obviously we don't have any private tuition yet. I don't think we put that in. We might have done, but I don't recall ever putting it in. So that might be the next thing we go for. And just making sure that we're queuing everybody up here. We've run out of funds, so we'll have to come back to that. And then a digital computer has been requested as well. We're halfway there almost on our students, and our attractiveness rating has dropped a little bit. We have a student who wants to leave. They're bored, sad, self-awareness, which is apparently common in cyborgs, and a computer bug, which is also common in cyborgs. We're going to send them for both pastoral care and some medical care and hope that that fixes itself. But I think what we should do is, now that we've got a little bit more money, we should put in some private tuitions because we definitely don't have them. So let's get that done. I thought I had some blueprints, but again, I don't. So let's blueprint up some private tuition rooms. We'll just put some small ones in. We'll just make them very basic for now. And when it comes to the redevelopment, I have like a little list of things that I want to do in terms of pumping out some more blueprints, because we have like some really good ones already, but not enough. Especially when it comes to like developing things. We've got to do these kind of custom designs every time, and I don't really want that to be the case. So we are going to try and just boost our capabilities when it comes to things like this. We need to like put in a few more rooms and stuff that are just good to go and ready to put in. And obviously if we can put things like inspirational speaking, private tuition, that'll help get our teachers and students leveled up very quickly. So putting in something like inspirational speaking on some of our higher level teachers like Adam Thumper, but I do want to get them all to around about level 5 before I start considering any other methods for upgrading my teachers. Because I think level 5 is like a really good base level. So at the moment, having level 4 will give you 100% teaching skill, will give you a bigger upgrade to that. And it would be nice to have them a little bit higher than that 100% so that we can then start working on some other things. Let's just take a quick look at Adam Thumper. That'll give him a 110% boost to his teaching skills. This is pretty much a done deal, I would say. It's just very much something that's going to happen gradually as we continue to progress through this level. I would like to do a little bit of a redevelopment. I mean, this little area here looks cool and all, but I could get rid of that to make this a nice bigger space. We've already kind of developed here. I'd like to put in another door or something around there. A supercomputer. Where does that need to go? I did not see. In the computer lab. Okay, so our computer lab is now really starting to get full up. Somehow we can fit the supercomputer in there, and I assume we can do the same in here as well. This will be the quickest 2-star objectives I've ever done if I manage to get this turned around. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like we might have to wait until the turn of the new year, unless we can get some really good students coming in right towards the end of the year to finish this objective off. Let's just take a look at our students. And have we got any level 12s going on 13s? There's a few that are quite close. In fact, if they can actually just boost up before the turn of this year, we might actually be able to squeeze this out, and then I just need to put a few things in to boost the attractiveness rating. So we've got a couple of requests for gigs and stuff that we can't actually fulfill right now, but I'm not too worried about that. We can fulfill those in the new year. That'll give them a nice happiness boost before we actually start. And then we can have a little think about what we're going to do. What I might actually do is make this my brand new kind of dormitory, relaxation, student-y area. And then down here, we'll spread out our courses a little bit more. I'd like to link these two buildings up, which would involve deleting one of them and then just having something brand new put in place. And again, more parties and stuff requested. They're not going to get there, so we're going to have to wait until the turn of the new year to actually do that. So I don't think I'll do any sort of redevelopment. I'd rather wait until we get to the end of this year. So we need another lecture theatre and another science lab, which should not be too much of an issue. I'm going to do that now. We're not going to upgrade any courses. We're just going to put these new rooms in. And then what I will do is decorate a little bit more. And what have we won this year? We have a 100% pass rate with 44 graduates and 134 continuing. Queen of Clubs, Rising Staff, Campus of the Year. Very good year for us, that one. And then we can just continue on with our other stuff. So before we begin, I'm going to set up some research projects. We have quite a few that we can do here, but I'm going to upgrade some actual pieces for our rooms. Attractiveness rating. Let's put down some good looking things. So let's just bring up our tab for attractiveness. And as you can see, we've got some spaces here that we can fill with greenery. So I'm just going to put some nice like trees and stuff throughout just to make it look a little bit more attractive. So our attractiveness rating is at 78%. We're going to start our new year. We do have course points that we can spend. I think I will upgrade these two. It does mean we have to add an extra room in, but that's okay. And the room is the VR lab. So we're going to duplicate another VR lab. And we'll put that in around about here. Obviously, it's going to sell those items, but that shouldn't affect the attractiveness rating too much. And then we will set up some events for the beginning of the year with DJ Sous Chef coming in. And Jasmine Odyssey we'll have scheduled in a little bit later on in the year. And then we will have a student union party to kick us off in October. And that's it. We're not going to put any sci-fis or anything on at the moment. We're just going to kick us off for our new year. Attractiveness rating has dropped below 75% and is dropping a little bit further as well, which is a little bit frustrating, but there's nothing we can do right now about it. Our accommodation rating is dropping as well, so we're going to put in another new dormitory. So we just need to make sure that we've got the issue we're going to have now is we've got a lot of plants here. If we don't water them and they get wilted and horrible, our attractiveness rating decreases. So we need to make sure our janitors are on top of that. We just need to get these students to level 30 though, and then that'll be our 2-star objectives completed. We've got 4 grand left in the bank, and that has increased massively going into the new year. Our first month is done. So now students will start earning experience again, which means we'll be closer to that level 13 goal, and we're just going to have a quick look actually at where we've got some level 13 students. So Jeffrey Hurricane, who is currently at the DG Sous Chef event. We've also got Noddy Gruff here, who is idle. Carrie is having some free time. The other Carrie is taking part in a book club. A hugging tree for Nature Club. We can put that next to the allotment. You can all gather around and hug. Okay, 28 of 30. And we did it. There we go. So that was a nice, easy ride. Pretty happy with that. So, average student happiness now needs to be increased to 75%, and we need to have A-grade students graduating from the campus. We've already nailed that monthly profit of $80,000, and our 26 leveled campus has already exceeded that goal. So, because we're in the early stage of this year, what I am going to do is I'm just going to let things run through for the entire year. We'll come back at the end of this year and we will then do a full redevelopment in preparation for completing this 3-star goal. That should allow us to get a nice number of students graduating, and then we can really focus on making sure that these students are nice and happy with a well-arranged campus. So I will see you at the end of the year, and if anything changes, I'll update you then. Alright, so we're coming up to the end of the year. I have already bought some new plots and made some quite unorthodox looking buildings, and we've got some expansion to this building over on this side, and it's going to mean I'm going to be doing a couple of weirdly designed rooms to make sure that I can fit everything in. The plan at the end of the year, now that we have got $1.1 million in the bank, is to move everything from this area down to like around about here into these little rooms here. And what we're going to try and do is just have the entire campus based on this area here, so that people aren't going up there to do stuff. That might not happen, and that's honestly, that's fine if that doesn't happen, because what's going to be in here is mainly going to be like dormitories and stuff. We've still got some unhappy students who have a lot of issues that we need to send them for sorting of, and our average student happiness is not doing very well. But hopefully we'll have a good few graduates at the end of this year. That should set us in good stead for completing this 3-star objective. And then I'm going to do a nice big redevelopment, and I will show you what we've gotten up to after that before we begin our brand new term. Everything's looking pretty good though, and we are approaching the end of the year, so let's have a look at what awards we've potentially won this time around. There we have it. Right. What did we win? We have a 100% pass rate with 60 graduates and 158 continuing. King of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Rising Staff, Campus of the Year. Really good year for us again, and we have a lot of expanding to do, which is perfectly timed for what is going to be our brand new term, as we are like making all of these adjustments. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll just have a quick look at our objective. Actually, we had 39 A-grade students graduate. So at the end of next year, I'm hoping we'll get another like 61 graduates coming through, and our average student happiness will be sorted. If not, what we'll do is we'll jump ahead through the year, and then we'll get back to you again. So I'm going to do my redevelopment. I will see you guys when that is completed. Wow, okay, that was a big redevelopment. So let's just have a quick look. First thing I want to tell you about is I have upgraded the Internet History and Robotics courses. That only required me to hire one more staff member. Other than that, we have now cleared everything from here and built our brand new rooms. So over here, this is mainly a student base, so we've got all of our dormitories in here with some showers, and then a couple of like residual coursework rooms, new lecture theatre, student union and student lounge, lots of toilets and showers throughout, so it's a really nice, well spaced out area. Down here, it's all education based with a staff room, some showers, and a toilet there. Yep, and we also have a club sign up, loads of arcade machines, loads of food and drink machines and stuff, as well as our private tuitions, then a pastoral support and a medical office. Up here, very much the same. All of the rooms, plus the library, pastoral support, and a medical office there as well. And just lots of stuff, socialising things and entertainment and food throughout. We are going to start our next year, and hopefully we'll just get our students graduating, and that's it. We are good to go. Let's have a quick look at our students in their final years and what grades they're at. So we've got quite a few on A pluses already and a few on A's as well. That should actually, as long as that withstands the whole year, I think we might actually get a big jump there of 60 plus students. The one thing I am going to do before I go and carry on with this one is set up my events for the year. So let's have a look at our course timetable and we'll schedule in some brand new events. So I want to keep them all happy really, but I also would like to increase that learning rate so that they get up there. So we're going to repeat these every year and we're just going to put as many in as we possibly can. That's it. Now we just got to let this year play through. Our average student happiness is dropping a little bit, but given the amount of events we've got on throughout the year, including gigs, student union parties, student lounge parties, all of that sort of stuff, that should maintain, as well as all of the entertainment and stuff we've got on campus. And now we're just going to spend the year kind of working out what's going to make them happier, answering their kind of student requests, and upping our grades as much as possible. As long as we can get some A grade students graduating by the end of the year, we're going to be in a much better position, and we should be able to nail everything on very easily. I am just going to check now though my actual dormitories and make sure that everything is looking good there, because yeah, okay, so we could do with fitting another dormitory in, but I don't actually have the space. I could like move some stuff around and get it in there, but I'm pretty happy with how things are at the moment, and all we need to do is spend some time upgrading our machines. So we've got another research project that we can carry on with, and we're just going to continue to upgrade our machinery and stuff, because that will once again help our students get to a higher grade, as well as doing some more staff training. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you in the later stages of the year when we are a little bit further along. Okay, we're in the final month of our year, and we're doing pretty well. I think we might actually get this done by the end of this term. We have built a brand new training room, and I'm working on upgrading those machines. At the moment it's got plus 22% learning power, which is really good. That allowed us to delete our old training room and focus more on a expanded research lab, which now has plus 60% research power. So we're knocking out those research things. We've got a couple of student requests, but mostly everything is fulfilled at the moment. People are pretty happy. We have an average happiness rating of 62%, and our academic results are about 85%, which is really good. 85% of an average academic result is really good, and we're looking like we're going to hopefully, fingers crossed, finish our main 3-star objective very soon. These repair works are gradually getting done. It's mainly because I had all of my janitors upgrading stuff and doing training at the same time, so it did get a little bit difficult. The one thing I'm going to need to improve next year is putting in another student lounge. We've had parties every single month of the year there, which has kept the happiness up really well, and students are doing really well, basically. Everything's going pretty swimmingly, which is quite surprising at the same time. Generally, the heat is not much of a problem. They kind of have issues when they're outside, but as soon as they get into the actual campus buildings, they cool off pretty quickly. Other than that, there's nothing much else to report this year. We've fulfilled a lot of needs. All of the clubs are doing very well. The only one we've not actually brought in is the Orb Club. Everything else is looking really good and getting nice high levels. If we have a look at our course management, if we don't get things done, we have a huge expansion to do. We've got to get 5 new rooms, which will probably not fit in this original building. We may need to take on another plot, which could make things a little bit difficult, but I can't see it being too much of a problem. I think we only have this one left, actually. Other than, yeah, it looks like that's our last plot, which means things will get a little bit tight. I don't think we can expand any further up here. Oh, there's a couple more out this way. That's a nice long one there. But other than that, I think that's it. Oh, 6 short of graduation. Oh, damn, that sucks. Well, it looks like we're going to just crack on then. So we've done very well with academic excellence, King of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Rising Staff, campus of the year. A very good year for us then. Okay, so it looks like all we're going to have to do is put all of these new buildings in, and hopefully I can squeeze them into that building up at the top, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly duplicate things and put them all in place, and then we will fast forward to the end of our next year when everything should finally be completed. We've got 2 robo constructions to build this year, which is a little worrying because I don't know if I'm going to fit these all in. We have just ticked over into our final month of this last year because we're definitely going to get our 3-star objectives done. All we've done is add in an extra Omnicure, do a load of training and research, and I'm pretty happy with how things are looking right now. We've done a lot of like the general upgrades researching that we can do is now complete, and we're just doing kind of those general projects to get some kudos and extra money in. We have a nice amount of kudos in the bank right now, as well as a really healthy bank balance, which, you know, it's always good to have, because next term I'm guessing we're going to need to do another large scale expansion, and we are running out of space. We've got this area left here that we can unlock, and then this one here, but that is it, I think, unless there's something further over on this side. Oh yes, there's another fairly sizable plot there. 3 plots left to unlock, but everything else is already done and fully fleshed out, so we can't get much bigger than we are right now. And that's quite difficult. But I wonder what would happen if we got to that stage where we couldn't physically expand anymore. We'd have to maybe abandon some courses or something, I guess, and just focus on a few smaller courses that have less people in. We could always like increase our prices as well to throttle the number of students we can have coming in year on year, and that might help things. And we also may need to manually manage our coursework and like the amount of like scheduling things that we have going on. But happy with how things have gone. It's been a really nice level, really easy to kind of build up those finances and get a lot of things happening in the campus. The one thing that I've kind of suffered with is the injuries and stuff. You can see our Omnicures are really stacked up, and that's maybe just needing more rooms or needing to train our staff to be a little bit better. Other than that, I think it's been fantastic, really nice level. Wish we could have completed it a year before this one, but we're going to do it now as we tick on over. And our campus level has just hit 37 as well, which means we can do a lot of course upgrades next term, but I won't need to do that. I think what I might do is have a nice big redevelopment of this one. It's been a really good one doing multiple courses and being able to get some of the research that I could have gone back to an earlier level and done myself, but to be doing that while this has been growing has been really nice. Obviously, you can see the layout is a little bit janky, but I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. There's lots of space for students to kind of move around. As you can see, though, because I didn't actually quit the game... oh, we've done it. A wander-off picture and a Bungle statue. Really nice. Yeah, you can see here, Sophie Nova has been inspecting the campus for nearly 2 years now. Let's see what awards we won as we finish our 6th year. 100% pass rate, really good. King of Hearts again, Queen of Clubs again, Rising Staff, Teacher of the Year, Campus of the Year. No contribution to research this year, and I've yet to unlock one award. I've never won it yet, which I think is the Happiest Staff Member Award or something. But we've done it, we've completed our 3-star objectives here, and happy days. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you for the next one when we tackle the 3rd of this group of levels before we unlock our final level. We've also got some DLC that's already been released by the time this video goes out, so I'll be tackling that in the future as well. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.